Hello all my makeup freaks and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Stephanie. So today I'm going to be talking about this eyeliner. This is the NYC Haute Definition or Haute Definition liner, and it is one of those little almost like marker type liners. It doesn't have like an agitator in it to shake it up, and it's stiff, so that's why I call, when they're stiff like that, I call them like a magic marker type liner. It's not like super bendy, which I tend to prefer like the bendy ones, just because I feel like when you bend and you kind of flick that you get like a better, like more precise line. Now everyone's a little bit different on what they want in a liner. I'm going to put in a little snippet of me putting this on my eye today. I look a little bit different because I don't have like my makeup mostly done, so just excuse that, but here's that clip. It's definitely like a stiffer kind of little point. It's not like super flexible. And you kind of have to go back over it. But there is my wing with it. So let's talk about the pros and cons. I really tend to, when I'm doing reviews, I like to like list pros, cons. So definitely the pro in this one is the price. It is around like $3.24, I believe, $3.28. Decent price, and it's honestly, it's not the worst liner I've ever used. It's also not like, it doesn't come off that easy. It isn't waterproof, but I find that when I'm kind of laying down and I have like tearing, which I've talked about this before, that like when I lay Lily down for a nap, for whatever reason my eyes kind of start watering. I actually think I have like quite a few allergies that may make that happen. But anyway, so my eyes tend to water, and when I'm laying down, usually in the middle of the day, I don't want my makeup to mess up, so I really need my liner to be waterproof. When I get up, and that's happened with this one, it's not all over my face like it was with the L'Oreal one, which is like the last liner review that I've talked about. That one is just all over the place and bad. So let me just show you on my hand the line. So you can get a thin line, you can get a thicker line, and it draws decently. It feels decently wet. I'm not having a problem with it drying out. I do feel it doesn't do quite as well if you're doing it straight on. Well, now it's kind of like making a liar out of me. But usually like if you're doing like straight, it's not doing the best. Like I kind of turn it at an angle, but that tends to be how I like to do my liner anyway. It's not the darkest that I've ever used, but nor is it the lightest. It's definitely not going into gray, which I've had liners look like gray, like this don't even look black, but no, this one, it looks dark. The things that I would say to me are negatives is that it's not the darkest. So even though I said it's decently dark, it's not the darkest. And I like a little more saturation on the brush itself, because I do feel like I'm having to kind of go back over several times, which isn't the end of the world, and especially if you're looking for a decent drugstore option, I definitely think like this is decent. I'm kind of giving like all of them a try at this point. I'm a lot of drugstore, and then I'll probably move on to high-end and just see if I haven't found one that I like, specifically drugstore. It's like I said, this isn't the worst one that I've used. It lasts longer really than the L'Oreal one. It's much better to me than the Jordania one. I didn't really like the Jordania ones at all. for whatever reason, like those were almost gray. They would wipe off the minute, like anything touched your eye, they would wipe off. And I definitely, if you can see, like I'm rubbing this, it's not smearing. So that's really important to me, that it's not, like I'm rubbing it pretty hard and it's not going anywhere. I would definitely say this is like a thumb and a half up. If it had like a more bendy tip, I think I would like it a lot better. I just tend to like the more bendy tip. As you can see, like, okay, so I'm going over my hand, hopefully. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going over, and you see how it's not completely dark. So I'm kind of having to go back over it to get it to that nice, dark, rich consistency, coloration that I like. So I really prefer one that I wouldn't have to go over that much, but still, once again, I will use this until it's up. I've had this a little while. I know in one video I promised a review on this, so if you go back to that, I probably just got that at this point. So I've had it a little bit. It has not dried out, which is a big thing. I cannot stand if they dry out too quickly. It's a great price. Definitely has benefits. It doesn't have a lot of negatives, but it's also not, it's not been my favorite. And I will say that I'm also judging it on other high-end ones that I've used, and I'm judging it on drugstore ones. So definitely I'm kind of like, I have a high expectation of what I want in an eyeliner, but I also try to keep it real. This is a $3 and something eyeliner. It's probably not going to be as good as a $20 eyeliner, but I definitely think there is a drugstore liner that's going to be fantastic, and I think this is on its way to being fantastic. So I hope this review was helpful. Let me know down below if there are eyeliners that you think I should try. If you have one that you just love, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.